If you've seen our first video on awkward athlete wardrobe malfunctions, then you know embarrassment can strike anytime and anywhere in a sporting environment. Here are 10 more examples which show that sportswear can't always keep up with the demands of modern athletes. From the water to the octagon, these malfunctions had athletes red-faced and viewers doing a second take. Gasp. Niklas Halenus. Football, aka soccer in North America, isn't a sport we normally associate with wardrobe malfunctions, but it does happen, however. Take the match between England's Aston Villa and Tottenham Hotspur, for example. At one point in the game, Villa's Niklas Halenus was breaking in on the goal and just about to shoot when the Spurs defender desperately tried to stop him by grabbing his jersey. Only he missed and got the player's shorts. Unfortunately for Halenus, his shorts were not snuggly enough and came right down to expose the player's tighty-whities for all to see. Pamela Anderson. Okay, so Pamela Anderson isn't exactly an athlete, but she did play a lifeguard and did appear on the show Dancing on Ice, which technically made her a figure skater, at least temporarily. While wearing a typical figure skating outfit, Pam and her partner went through their routine and showed off a bit more than they had hoped for. You see, Anderson is known for her ample assets, and expecting a skimpy skating costume to keep things in place was a bit optimistic. By the end of the show, audiences had seen the former Baywatch star bust out of her top a couple of times before recovering. Brie Bella. The ladies of the WWE are a big draw for crowds thanks to their athleticism and looks. However often required to wear unforgiving outfits, there is little room for error, resulting in more than a few clothing failures in the ring. Brie Bella suffered one such malfunction, though not during a competition. During an in-ring interview session, Bella was simply sitting down with several other divas when her boob popped out. The nip slip was all the more shocking considering she was wearing a dress, which was supposed to be far more forgiving than her standard tights. Lingerie football. Of all the places for a wardrobe malfunction to occur, the Lingerie Football League is probably the most obvious. But what the hell, we'll include it anyway. Officially known as the Legends Football League, we're just surprised there aren't more parts falling off considering the women only really wear sports bras and skimpy shorts for uniforms. Yes, they do wear shoulder pads, but those aren't really hiding anything when a missed tackle or misplaced hand causes things to get a little adulterated. Christopher Spring. In our first awkward athlete wardrobe malfunctions video, you saw that bobsledders with their extremely tight bodysuits can suffer some pretty savage moments. Canadian bobsledder Christopher Spring showed everyone they still haven't solved the problem. Tweeting for all the world to see, the Canuck showed that his suit just couldn't keep things together, resulting in his belly bursting through. In all honesty, it could have been far worse. After all, it was just his stomach, and at least it didn't happen during an actual competition. Rosa Mendez. If you're a fan of the WWE, then you know there have always been some absolutely jaw-dropping wardrobe malfunctions over the years when it comes to the female wrestlers. Some of it has been staged, but most of it has been a total accident. Take the televised incident involving Rosa Mendez. During a point in the match where Mendez tries to get back in the ring, a competitor grabs her shorts and pulls them right down, exposing a full moon for all to see. Rumors are it was planned, but nobody seems 100% sure, so we'll let it count. The Colombian cycling team. Sometimes companies that design sportswear can make memorable uniforms and jerseys that we all want to buy. Then there are the total flops. Take the Colombian women's cycling team jerseys. While they cover the whole body, the design and color choice turned a few heads. When displayed to the public, the women looked like they were only wearing tops thanks to the skin-colored waist section. The whole thing wasn't helped by the unfortunate shadow, which combined for a different kind of wardrobe malfunction altogether. Christina Sukala. A bunch of people swimming around and throwing a ball at a net sounds like a pretty enjoyable and safe sport, right? Apparently not. Water polo is actually quite physical, and you can imagine that with all the grabbing and tight swimwear, that when a malfunction happens, it's a big one. Greece's Christina Sukala proved that at the 2008 Olympics. During a particularly physical period of play, Sukala's bathing suit couldn't keep up and she flashed one of her breasts to millions of unsuspected viewers around the globe. Elizabeth Phillips. An important characteristic of a UFC fighter's outfit is that it doesn't impede the performance of the athlete inside the octagon. This holds true for women as well as men. While shorts are one thing, the problem persists of trying to develop a sports top for the female fighters that stays in place through all the clutching and holds. Elizabeth Phillips became a prime poster child for this when her top just wouldn't stay in place during a bout. The malfunction meant Phillips couldn't concentrate 100% on the fight at hand, while TV execs scrambled to explain the sudden nudity. Blake Shin. Horse riding is definitely not what one thinks of when it comes to unfortunate wardrobe slips. However, when it does happen, it's often in spectacular and comical fashion. Take Blake Shin, for example. During one race in 2015, the Australian jockey was charging down the home straight when the crowd saw a bit more than it expected. We imagine Shin felt a bit of a draft as well, considering his shorts fell down, exposing his full moon to everyone watching. He may not have won, but Shin remained focused and was able to crack into the runner-up position. Well folks, that's it for our video. Let us know what you thought in the comments down below. And while you're here, why don't you check out these other videos and subscribe to The Richest for more strange content all the time. Thanks!